What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? I hope good. I'm doing well. I got a good show for you today, man. I probably got the best catch of the UAP, and this isn't. Look, I'm not hyping. This isn't pre-hype. This isn't hyperbole. This is legit, man. Hyperbole, hyperbole, hyperbole. I can't even speak the English language. But anyway, yeah, seriously, it's probably the best catch that I've gotten in a long time. Look, I didn't film it personally, but I'm saying these dudes on Rumble are amazing, man. I find a lot of good stuff on there, man. And I'll put the link in the description for these guys. Dude, the footage is it's A1, dude. It's A1. Check it out. I'll be right back, man. What would you guys think? Were you disappointed? Did it live up to the expectations? There was a couple of them. The one that kind of looked like a donut at the bottom with the hump at the top, I thought that one was really good too. But the one that was like dark blue, like almost it was that dark color. You could see like the ridges and it had character, almost like the thing was made out of stone or something. Did you notice that? It was very interesting. And to keep going on this subject, I've been reading the 6751 documents, and dude, they knew that these things weren't from space. a long time ago, and I don't think they're from space anymore. I don't think that these are like Star Wars aliens, ET, that type of thing. Apparently, they come from the etheric realm, according to these documents that were declassified. I guess in 2010. And here's the thing: they were written back in like the 40s and 50s. Why would they keep them classified for all that time if there wasn't any truth in what was in the papers? So obviously, there's something in it. You know what I mean? But what they're talking about is the things can appear in our so they like live in another. They're like ultra dimensional. Okay, so apparently they can manipulate time and space. They can appear and disappear at will. Uh, they're thinking about coming here to live alongside of us. They're friendly. The documents are giving warnings. These people are trying to warn the government and the military to not try to shoot these things down because these things can just disintegrate a plane in an instant. Like we have nothing for their technology. They could, take us out at any time at will. So the documents are warning, you know, the people in our government and military to not try to engage and to stop trying to engage them because I guess there was a order after the 1952 UFO flap over the White House to try to take shots at these things. And apparently, the times that look, we can't even hit them. You know what I mean? So like, it's a waste of our time. But apparently, there's an underwater base, dude, and Tim Burchett, the House Representative from Tennessee, dude, he claims that there's an underwater base. Danny Sheehan, constitutional lawyer, man, who was famous for he was involved with the Watergate and Nixon and all that, and you know, other things involving government mishaps and corruption, and and he's the lawyer for Lou Elizondo, and he was affiliated with Stephen Greer, and he's actually he's the top guy at New Paradigm Institute. I'm a member. I encourage everybody to go to their website. You can join. They have town halls, Zoom meetings. We're trying to put pressure on at the grassroots level to get the rest of the UFO documents declassified. And apparently, Miss Luna, another representative, she's been tasked with getting all that stuff declassified. The not only Kennedy and RFK and MLK and all that stuff declassified to find out what really happened. But also the things that happened at the turn of the century, the turn of the millennium, the things that ended up landing us with the Patriot Act and, being on this war footing for the last 20 some years. That thing that happened in New York and in Washington, D.C., the Pentagon and, the two twin buildings in New York. You got to watch what you say on YouTube. But they want to declassify that. I don't know, and look, I don't think it was an inside job. I just think that we got caught with our pants down so bad that they don't want to admit it. You know what I mean? Like I think that there was a lot more that went on that day, and for whatever reason, they don't want to tell us exactly what happened. Um, you know, but I'm not going to speak on that too much today because I don't want this channel to get shadow banned. But if they can get the UFO stuff declassified, that would be awesome. Uh, and then I've been checking out these other dudes, the end time production guys, and they're like Christians, and they biblical type dudes, man. Like they think the Bible is like the end all be all. And look, it's a great work. The Bible is a great work. It's it has a lot of valuable things in it. I read it, but at the same time, I always know that I read a book about exegesis, right? And I know that's a weird word, but all exegesis is the origin of words, right? Well, not the origin of words, but like how words are translated. It is basically the origin of words, like how words come into being, how they're translated from one language to another, and basically this book was about the Bible and the translations of the Bible and how that each sentence you could translate it 5 different ways, one sentence. You know what I mean? So like, you translate all these pages, and all these verses in the Bible, men do this, now maybe it was inspired by a higher power. I believe that, but at the same time, I believe men are fallible. And there was a lot of books in the Bible that were removed by the Roman Catholic Church. Basically, the Romans kind of hijacked Christian religion, in my opinion, and you know, and they kind of controlled the narrative. And I believe that they know that there's an alien presence. I think that they're preparing the Catholic Pope and the the whole uh Vatican. They're preparing for something. It's obvious. They've actually put out statements about if it comes out that there is non-human intelligences, it doesn't change anything. That the non-human intelligences, uh, they're creations of God also. So this is just interesting that they would even say anything, and they got that big giant telescope down in I believe it's Arizona. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. So they're paying attention to a lot of things, Um, and that just goes to show you that something is coming, that there is a presence, and disclosures are going to happen. And these 6751 documents are obviously they're turning out, in my eyes, to be legit. And not only that, but the 4chan whistleblower that was talking about the underwater bases, I believe that's true. And dude, it's wild, man. But on a different note, Vince Neil's plane crashed on the one runway. The lead man from Motley Crue. I don't know if any of you guys remember. Girls, girls, girls. Yeah, them guys, man. So I guess their private jet crashed on a runway in Arizona again. And I don't think Vince Neil wasn't in the plane, but I believe it was his girlfriend's. And here, check this out, man. It's pretty.
Now from Fox Newsroom here, as new details on a story we brought you as breaking news Monday. This involves the plane belonging to Motley Crue frontman Vince Neil, involved in a deadly crash with another aircraft at Scottsdale Airport. Again, this is over in Arizona, right there outside of Phoenix. Danielle Miller with our Fox 10 Phoenix team joining us now live with more information and what we know here. Good morning, Danielle. A lot of this here kind of developing over the last, I would say, 12 hours or so.
It is. Good morning, Josh. And I can say that the Scottsdale Airport is now back open. The airport was closed for about 6 hours yesterday after this crash happened as crews continue to investigate. We're on the east side of the airport right now, and we can actually see those planes that were involved in this deadly crash. You have the one there that's on its belly. The landing gear is what is said to be at fault here for this crash of that plane. The front end of that plane completely ripped off. We can't really see any damage to the other plane that was hit. It is pretty dark out here, but from what we can see, those are the two involved here. So we do know that Motley Crue, they have shared a statement on their social media platform from Vince Neil's legal team confirming Neil was not on the plane, but 2 pilots and 2 passengers were on board. We know that it was incoming from the Texas area to touchdown here in Scottsdale, and the landing gear was malfunctioning, and that is.
See what I'm saying, though? Like, what is going on with the planes? And I got to ask again, once again, man. I did a show earlier, like yesterday, I think, where I was asking the question: Is there a correlation? Is there a connection between the planes shutting down airports, military bases, and such, and all of a sudden this rash of plane crashes? Since the beginning of the year, dude, it's been like a plane crash every day. Sometimes 2 or 3. It's crazy, man. Like, what is going on? And it makes you wonder. You know, uh, I don't think that it's aliens like taking the planes out. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying like it just seems weird. That's all. It's a weird coincidence. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think that, you know, UFOs are shooting planes down or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's odd that that this is happening right after, and UAPs are still up there and out there. I mean, I'm posting video of them today. So that one over Maine was like a couple days ago. You know what I mean? So obviously, UAPs are still in the sky. I mean, is the airline industry just that messed up right now? I don't understand what's going on, but yeah, so that's just something to think about. That's my show for today. Hey, I love you guys, man. I'll be back tomorrow. I might even do another one tonight. I don't know. I was thinking about doing one on the Colossal Temple, but so check me out. I'll probably put up a couple shorts, man. Thanks for watching. To all my subscribers, thank you. If you like the show, please give me a like, subscribe. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.